Yo, what's up? This is Christopher. Today we're going to look at an application called Trigraphy. Now, Trigraphy is a photo manipulation, photo enhancement type application. It is free in the App Store. It'll work on both the iPhone as well as the iPad. Now, if you'll notice here on my wallpaper on my iPad here, this is something that I've created in Trigraphy, and I'll give you no money. I'll give you fake Monopoly like $1 billion if you can guess what this is an image of. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds. Go. That's BB-8. All right, so I took an image of BB-8 and created this in Trigraphy. So I'm going to open up the app and show you a little bit about it and tell you a little bit about Trigraphy and how it works. Now, keep in mind, Trigraphy does have in-app purchases, but that's only to allow you to purchase other like textures or filters or I guess presets is what they refer to them as. So when you first launch Trigraphy, you're going to have to give it permission to access the photos on your iPad or iPhone. Up here on the top left, you'll notice this little menu icon. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that, and you have access to the store, to the blog, to tutorials, what's new, support if there's something wrong with the app, 4K export. Now, you may want to turn this on, but keep in mind if you do, you're going to have to download an additional 110 megabit assets in order for you to do that. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to leave a note. Do you want notifications? And also, if you share it, your images to Instagram or Twitter or somewhere, it'll go ahead and copy the hashtag Trigraphy, and then that way you can tag them. And the reason why you want to do that is, let me see if I can find it right here. Use the Trigraphy hashtag to be featured, so they may put your work right here inside the application if they like what you have created, and you can just scroll up and down and check out some of the cool artwork that people have created inside this application. It's really cool. One of my new favorite apps for photos. You could follow Trigraphy here on Instagram. So you'll notice you have three buttons down here at the bottom. You have the feed, you have print, and then you have the plus symbol here. Now this is to create a new project. Before we get started with that, I'm going to show you the print. You can go ahead and tap this here. And what this is, this allows you to create your creations, your artwork, your abstract art, and put it like on a phone case or a framed canvas or a poster or whatever. I think these snap cases, I think they're like 22 bucks. I don't remember. Let's check the iPhone 7. I was 23.90, so I was off whatever, a couple bucks, $1.90, whatever. But anyway, you could create your own smartphone case or your custom smartphone case right here and just order it. That's a pretty good deal. You know, you can customize it, and they have all the different phones, all the iPhones right here, and from iPhone SE, 5C, 5S, all the way up to the 7 Plus. So let's back up out of here, and then we're going to go ahead and cancel, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a new object. So I'll just tap this plus symbol right here, and then my camera roll opens up. These are the images that I have on my device, and you can see right here the two wallpapers that I've created. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create that same image. So I got the BB-8 right here. So let's just go ahead and select one of those. I'll just tap this one. All right, so now let me show you a little bit about how to use the app and the interface. So what you have over here on the right, these are going to be like your effects, your presets or whatever that you're going to have over here on the right. So you notice none, and then you have Izzy and Vetty, etc. And over here on the left, these are going to be the different types of, it's going to change the panel over here on the right. So what we have right now, this top one, these are the effects. And then the next one is going to be the filters, kind of like Instagram. So let me go ahead and tap that and just show you, notice none, chrome, fade, etc. And then these right here are going to be textures like scratches and whatnot. So let's go ahead and tap that, and you'll notice that you have some different textures here, scratches, linen, sports, and you can just swipe up and down and check out some of the different textures that they have right here. And then right here, you're going to have like some brush tools, and you're going to be able to erase things and then add filter mask, whatever. And then the last one, you're going to have some color stuff. So you can increase or decrease the contrast and the saturation of your image. So I'm going to go back up here and tap on the effects. And I'm going to show you the shop real quick. So they do have some in-app purchases, and they start off at 99 cents and go up to, I think, $3.99 right there. And then you can just kind of swipe over. You'll notice some of the different presets they have in here. So you can purchase like an entire preset pack for $2.99, or you can purchase individual presets for 99¢. And you'll notice, like, say this 99¢ one right here, it has 5 presets included. So actually you're paying like 20¢ for each preset in this particular pack. Like this one right here, you're paying less than that or whatever. You're paying about 10¢ because, or 9.9¢, whatever. But you get the idea. There's 9 presets for 99¢. And let me swipe back over a little bit, and you just see some of these other ones right here. Deborah, or Dubro, Nash. The Zello one looks cool. Now, I have not yet purchased any of the preset packs, but I plan on it. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to purchase. I've only had this app a couple days, so I'm still kind of getting the feel for it. But like I said, it's one of my favorite apps to play with over the last couple days. So let's go ahead and back up out of here. So I got the BB-8 here, and I'm going to go ahead and select one of these particular effects. Let's go with the Veti right here. This one looks kind of cool. So you notice that it applies this effect to it, and it makes it look all weird. So now I have 2 options. If I don't like this effect, I can tap the dice tool right here, or I have these 2 slider toggles, and that allows me to have more settings. So what the dice does, the dice is going to mix it up. It's just going to give me a random type of effect. So let's go ahead and tap that one time, and you'll notice that it's working, and then it changes the overall effect. Now, if I tap the setting slider right here, let's go ahead and tap that. I'll just show you. So I have A, B, C, the D right there, or the E. So I can tap the refresh button right here, and it's going to mix it up again and kind of like reapply the same effect but in a different manner. Or I can look for an entire different effect altogether of this same Veti effect pack or whatever. So let's go ahead and tap the A, and you notice that it changes it up a little bit, and then B, and then C, and then D, and then E, and then I can keep doing it to try to like rearrange the same effect but like in a different manner. So then you have some other options here for each one of these effects right here. You notice like there, so you can do like overlay, burn, filter burn, darken, multiply, lighten, etc. This one right here, so I can go ahead and choose to like add more, and you'll notice that it's going to like change the total effect, or I can tone it down a little bit. Or it enlarges it, excuse me. So actually I was going the wrong way. So if I decrease it like so to make them smaller, or then I can do the blocks, make them bigger. Let's go ahead and tell it. That looks really cool, but I'm going to bring that down a little bit like so or whatever. And then when I'm done, if I have the desired effect that I like, I'll go ahead and just tap the check mark symbol right there. Let's go ahead and tap that. Now let's say that I want to add another effect. So what I need to do is I need to flatten it. So right here, I would just tap this, this like the 2 sheets with the plus symbol. That is the flatten icon. So I'll go ahead and flatten the image. And see right here, it says, you want to flatten the image. This is irreversible. And I'll say yes. So I go ahead and flatten it. Now I could add like an additional effect if I wanted to do so. So I can go ahead and add, say, the ASI right here. And then I can, of course, adjust that. Let's see. Actually, I want to bring that down a little bit, make those a little bit smaller. And then we could just say, let's go with lighten. Let me see what, how about overlay? That looks pretty cool right there. And then if I have like, if I like the way this looks, then I can go over here and start adjusting the image. I could also add a mask, which will, let me show you real quick how to do the mask or whatever. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to tap this paintbrush icon, and then I'm going to select add area. So with this right here, all you do is just put an endpoint, tap, and then just keep tapping around the screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and outline the BB-8's head, and then I'm just going to connect those lines right there, and then I'm going to double tap, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the eraser tool, and I'm going to get like the 100%, and then I'm going to erase this last effect that I applied. So it's still going to have the initial effect that I first applied. So really I could have used the mask tool and erased it so I didn't have any effect at all. But basically what it did is the outside is still the second effect, and then the head image right here inside the masked area is just the initial effect. And I can hide this yellow line by tapping the eye icon right here. So you can tap that and you kind of see where it is, toggle it on or off. If that's what you want to do. Now then I can come back over here and I'm going to tap the filters, and for this I'm going to look, let's see what the instant looks like. What about process? We'll do something like that, And then maybe we can add some textures to it. So I can come over here and let me see what we have. So I can go violet, scratches. How about we go with the dry? And of course I can adjust this. I can tap here to apply more of the effect or less. Kind of like that more look. Let's go ahead and tap done. And let's go ahead and flatten this. And then what I can do is I can add another texture on top of it. So let's come back over here. And this time I want to add the, where's it at? The scratches right here. And then I can adjust the amount, bring that down just a little bit, tap done. All right, there's, I think I'm going to adjust some of the color here. So I want to add a little less, maybe a little more contrast, darken that up a little bit, and then the saturation to kind of bring the colors out. Or I could flatten it and take the colors out. But I kind of, you know what, I think I'll bring the saturation down and then maybe put the contrast about like on 1. I'm going to bring the saturation up just a tad. And then there's my image right there. Now you have this button right here. What this will do, this will apply the last effect that you used inside of Trigraphy. So not the last effect that I applied to this particular image, but whatever the last project was that I used. So I don't want to do that because that's going to apply the same one that I had with the wallpaper that you've seen in the beginning of the video. But if you're done, you can go ahead and tap the share icon right here. And then you're going to get a couple options. So if you downloaded the extra assets for the 4K, you could choose 4K, or you could just do standard, or you could do high, which is going to be 2560 pixels. And then you can open in other apps. You could save it to your camera roll. You can print, and then you have more options. So if you're using this on your iPhone, you could go ahead and like share it to Instagram, or if you have Instagram installed on your iPad, you can do the same thing. But you can share it to Twitter, Facebook, or any other of the social media apps maybe that you have installed on your iPad. But I'm going to go ahead and tap the high, and I'm just going to save it to my camera roll, and it's done. And I'm just going to show you the more options right here. So you see you have some other options to open it up in other applications, including other photo editing applications like Polar. You have like Pixelmator. You have like Vesco, VSCO, and then of course you have the things like save to contact, upload to iCloud Drive, save image, etc. But if you're done, you can go ahead and just tap done, and then that's it. And you can tap this X right here; it'll bring you back to the main screen, and then you can tap your feed and go from there. But this is Trigraphy, free to download. I'll put a link in the description. If you have any questions or comments about it, feel free to leave that below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day. Peace.
The way in which you destroy a bond is get him to destroy himself.